Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching and thank you for subscribing, liking, um, supporting. I really do appreciate all the love. Today I want to talk about stages of love. There are two types of love. There is passionate love, and then is compassionate love. I'm gonna talk about, because the first stage is all about passionate love. The last stage is pretty much compassionate love, which is the one that in the long term, the last stage of a long term relationship. So stages of love. The first stage, according to researchers, it is around 2 to 3 months, and that's lust and infatuation. People tend to think they are in love, or they have fallen in love in the first couple months, but according to the scientists, it is not so. And the reason of it is because we are biological beings, and the hormones tend to take over, especially if we don't know what's going on. So, especially if we are very emotional beings, or personality, depends on our personality, on our personalities too. We tend to believe that we are so in love in these couple first months, which is, like I said, up to 3 months. After that, it is when the reality starts to set in. We starting to see the person's defects, and when we try to compromise if we agree or if we like it or not, if we're okay with them or not. So that is around 6 months. And after that, it is a disappointment stage, which lasts about a year. It could be longer or shorter. Like I said, depends on personalities. The disappointment stage, it is when a lot of arguments happen. It is also when people break up, divorce. It's all because of the anger that we seem to face. Every little thing start to bother us, and it could be anything. It could be from brushing your teeth in a certain way that pretty much bothers me, or the way you dance, or the way you talk, laugh, and then so this is trivial stuff, right? Up to something bigger, like bigger to us, meaning jealousy, jealousy, or the way family talks to you or to somebody else, or friends, or so it could be anything. So we just constantly argue, because this is what happens. This is obviously, this is all scientific. This is something that they've been researching about, and this is what they came out with. So this is a stage, a dangerous stage, disappointment stage. And after that is the stability stage, which is around 2 years. Lasts around 2 years. And the stability stage is when we're starting to be more comfortable, very comfortable with one another, to a point where we even get bored with one another. This is, of course, when if we want to work for the relationship, we should bring in dates. We should bring something new, you know. And especially if we got to this stage now we're around 3 years relationship. So anyways, is when we start to get bored, and we're missing the first stages, the feelings of the first stages, where, you know, the butterfly feelings. And some people even go and search for other people just so they can experience it again. So I think cheating, this is when cheating happens, or just flirtatious, being very, very flirtatious with somebody, to a point where you start to have these feelings again, you know, the attraction towards somebody else. So if we pass these needs, especially if we know this now, that this is just a stage and we pass, we finally get to the commitment stage. And the commitment stage is when we finally trust one another 100%, and the desire for other people is gone, because we've been working so hard on this relationship. Now we are committed to where we do anything to work with it and keep going. Hopefully nothing bad happened before that, so no skeletons would come out in this stage, right? So because we are biological beings, I want to talk about these hormones that I brought up at the beginning of the video. We have 3 chemicals in the first stages, which is oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin. So oxytocin, it is the feeling we are getting when after we have sex or we cuddle. So it is it deepens the attraction. Okay. Dopamine is the dangerous one, because it is similar to use of cocaine and alcohol, so which means we are getting addicted. And this is when euphoria happens, when we can't wait to see this person, we need this person, we have to talk to this person, we constantly have to be and have to know everything about this person. We can't get enough of it because of this dopamine. And serotonin, it is also the feeling, gives us the feeling of passion and anxiety, meaning when we see this person, we're very passionate about it, or we talk very passionate about them, even thinking about them, and we're also anxious when they're not around us. What are they doing? You know, why they're not responding? Why take it so long to reply? Where are they? And so forth. That's the serotonin. So these 3 hormones happen in the first stages, especially the first and the second one, because after the 6 month, up to a year. So it takes over around a year, almost a year, and then all the chemicals are starting to level off, okay, because the body doesn't give us these things anymore. It's impossible. That's why, like I said, in the second stage, we start to see the red flags. We start to see the person's defects because these hormones are starting to go. I mean, they don't give out anymore, not as much. And the last stage is the one, the vasopressing, and that's the one where it's for a long-term relationship. It is pretty much as it gives you the feeling of being in love all over again with the person you're with, but that's for a long term, so that one lasts a long time, and that is what gives us the compassionate love. There have been studies where they taken people, they've been together for 35 years and they're claimed to be madly in love, and they take the MRIs and they had similar results as the people that had just fallen in love with one another. So they are in the first stages. So it is possible. It's possible to be with somebody for a long time and still be in love with that person. It's like this cute love stories. It is possible. So now going back to how can we protect ourselves from falling for the wrong person. Wrong person doesn't mean it's bad for you, but it could be, we don't match. We have different personalities. For example, positive people tend to fall in love faster. Okay, because they see life in a different light, and they want to make everybody happy, and especially the person they're with, they want to make them happy, and they're just very open-hearted. So these people fall in love faster. And then you have the cynical ones, the ones who maybe had been through a lot of bad experiences relationship-wise, so they're not trusting people anymore, and they don't fall in love so fast. So now you take in, for example, a positive person fall in love with somebody who has been through a lot. They might tell you, if you're a cynical one, they might tell you, I love you, in the first 6 months, and you don't understand how is that possible, or you don't know how to reply. Maybe you don't want to, or you're scared. Okay, I'm not saying this is when people should break up, but this is when people should just take a step back and, is this the right person for me? Should I wait longer for this person who's going through a lot and is not capable to give me the love that I need? Or should I go forward with it and see what happens? So that's according to a psychologist, Yvonne Thomas from Los Angeles. There's also been a study but before I get into the study, is we tend to fall in love with people who asking us a lot of personal questions, because the more we open ourselves to somebody, the more comfortable we're getting with that person, and the attraction sets in. We get attracted to that person, and a lot of people know this, even though maybe they use this to make you fall for them. Could be just to use you, and then that's it. And there's been a study about it, and it's called Arthur Aaron's 36 questions. So they use this, they use a pair of people asking a lot of questions, obviously 36 questions, all personal questions in 45 minutes. And this is when they realized, the results came out that people starting to feel attracted to one another. So this is just another, just think about it, okay? Especially in the first stage, when, let's say you get into the second stage, up to 6 months, when you're not very sure about the person, you see a lot of red flags. However, they know everything about you, but you don't know anything about them. It's very important. And I would, personally, I would not be with that person anymore. I think we should just be mindful and don't do more than the other person does for you. Words are less important. Actions obviously matter, based on science too. So don't believe everything somebody is telling you. Don't go for the word. Don't go for words. And just know that when we have this fog, we see this person as the perfect thing ever. We see everything like they're just picture perfect person for us. It's not true. Okay, nobody it is perfect, even if we say so. But especially if that person doesn't think the same thing about you, drop it right there. It would be hard getting out of this high, this dopamine. Like I said, it's very addictive. So it would be a withdrawal, but it would be the best for you in the end, if that makes sense. So these are the stages, and personally I think it's very important to know them. It was a very good research for me. So in order to have a long-term relationship, when you pass at least 2 years being with somebody, and obviously around 4 years when commitment sets in, everything is about communication and hard work. It is communication and hard work. Like everything that's great in life, it's teamwork. So don't think relationships are easy, and don't buy things, don't have children. This is just the advice before you're with this person for 4 years at least. Okay, well, let me know your thoughts, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share. I'm sure it would help somebody. Like I said, even if it's just one person, knowledge is good, especially for people like me. Anyways, thank you again. Love you guys. Bye.